Hey everyone, welcome back to Bree Brands Consulting. This is Bridging the Profit and Your Purpose. And I am your host, Brianna Baker. I've been in business for over 13 years where I have assisted mainly small business owners get to their high profit levels. But in the reach or in my time of doing that, I have literally seen the ebbs and flows of business. And one of the factors I have seen is that people get really stressed in the crunch of that launch or in the crunch of rebuilding. And so I wanted to bring on a special guest so that we can have a great conversation just about next steps. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Caitlin.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you for the intro.
Yes. So with your marketing company, say your last name for me. I want to mess it up.
Zigthor.
Zigthor. See that's already powerful right there. Zigthor Marketing. Okay.
Thank you.
And she is out of California. Mm-hmm. So you go ahead and jump in and share a little bit more.
No, I was just going to say it's a powerful last name that I made. Me and my husband took both of our last names when we got married and we merged them together. So I was Amthor and he was Ziglar and now we are Zigthor.
That I have not heard that. Now you started off with something different. That is so unique.
California.
See, we're not even gonna get into the nitty gritty because North Carolina laws.
Yep.
But that's cute. That's cute. See, before I became Baker, I was King.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of my friends would call me BK because of Burger King.
I
BK.
like that.
But obviously, when I got married, I turned into BB. But my family is like, you're still BK.
In the heart, where it matters.
Yes. So let's go ahead and jump into a icebreaker. So I'm gonna go ahead with this one. If your current season of life or business had a soundtrack, what song would it be?
Ooh, is a really good one. It's gotta be something. It has to be something upbeat because I'm really out here hustling. Like I'm really putting in a lot of effort this year. 2026, I have some big goals that I'm trying to hit. So what gets me going? I don't know. Probably some pop, something really pop. Definitely. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say Edge of Glory by Lady Gaga. Good things are coming. You just have to keep going and keep pushing for it.
Ooh, I like that. My song would be let's see, Big Things Popping and Little Things Stopping.
Love it.
I want to make sure that the big things are really big and I'm not going to let small things stop me from getting where I need to go.
I love that.
That's going to be our soundtrack. So in the comments below, we want you guys to comment, what is the song of your life right now? Because we want to know. We can turn this into a whole marketing thing too, like the song, the whole trend. It's a thing.
Yes.
It's a thing. So let's go into the professional pivot. So when you're thinking about how you started, like what made you go into marketing? Like, was that your initial dream position?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. I think I ran my high school yearbook club.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of a nerd alert, but I ran my high school yearbook club, and I was like, I want to do this. I want to run a business. I want to be a marketer, an ad salesman in a kind of way, and then marketing really just kind of took it from there. And I love specifically being a marketing generalist. My career took me into all different roles that were kind of labeled the marketing manager. And with that, it's like anything that was marketing that hit my desk. So I love staying on my toes. I don't like to niche down. I don't want to just do email or just do social media. I want to do it all. It keeps me entertained, and I think it also provides me a high level overview of where my brands are at, what my clients are doing, and where they need to go. I'm able to kind of zoom out and see the big picture.
Yeah, and see, you know what? That's a big point for me too, because because now my computer want to get tired. Hold on. So
we're just getting started.
We're just getting started, computer. But one of the things for me, like, so I shared about my 13-year journey. But my 9 to 5 is a advisor. I'm a college advisor. But I was sparked to go into marketing as a high schooler too. So it's like high school's that big time. So anybody listening, like, I just know what I'm going to do. High school really sparked my different ideas. So there was an opportunity for a scholarship that I missed because they didn't market it well. And so from that day forward, I was like, I'm going to be the bullhorn, the megaphone. I'm going to make sure people know when to get it, how to get it, etc. And so with you sharing, like, not to be a generalist, that really is outside of the norm, because today's social media marketers, they're like, niche it, niche it, niche it. Why, outside of what you shared, why not niche down? Like, why not?
Yeah, I think it came out of necessity, I think, more than anything. A lot of my jobs, I worked at Whole Foods Market. I worked very briefly in the cannabis industry here in California. I worked in femtech. There were so many times where someone would hire me for a specific thing and then be like, oh, well, we also need someone who does this. Do you do that? And I was always raised, yes, and. Even if I don't know how to do it right now, I can do it. I'll figure it out pretty quick. And so I think it just kind of came out of necessity for my work. Is you just have to keep adding to the repertoire. I do know that industry-wise, that's not as common. A lot of people are very niched down when it comes to marketing, and I think there's value in that as well. But I think for my clients and what I provide, being able to see the big picture, work cross-channel, and do strategy and execution is a big value, especially to my solopreneurs out there.
Yes. Yeah, I love that. Being able to give the strategy and the execution. That's good. That's really good. So thinking about your experience, why do entrepreneurs, small business owners complicate marketing? And then what are some of the pillars that you pull on when you're preparing?
Yeah, I think one of the first things is that already out the gate, someone who has started their own business, they're a do-it-all. They're a get-it-done. They have that drive and that passion inside of them, and I respect the heck out of that. But there are times where we have to say, you know what, this is not my forte, and I need to surrender this to someone who can kind of take it and run with it. So I think a lot of business owners get overwhelmed because they are just frankly trying to do too much. And marketing is a beast all of its own. Right?
Yes.
I mean, that is just a dragon that you have to deal with already. And then you're also trying to figure out your product, your supply, how you're going to negotiate contracts with manufacturers. That's a lot. That's a lot for one human to take on. So I think that's kind of where some of them get a little tripped up, is they're trying to do it all.
Yes. So in that, trying to do it all, what are some of the other ways? Just kind of share, what is your process when you working with a client? Just kind of, I want to really help people to know about you and just the overall gamut of why they need us. We're not a option, we're a necessity.
100%. I think, first and foremost, I always say, what is the strategy? I often come into business calls and business opportunities, and they're like, well, here's the social media, start creating. I'm like, hold up. What are we doing? Yes. Step one, what are we trying to accomplish here? What are the goals? Does social media even play into that? Some of my clients, they are so focused on their Instagram, and I'm like, are we even getting clients from this? I think Instagram is still a necessity, but we're pouring our blood, sweat, and tears into this. Is this actually doing anything?
Wow.
So I think strategy, and also just what are the easy, low-hanging fruit that we can hit? Because also a lot of my solopreneurs that I work with, budget is tight. And so it's like, hey, if I can't give you everything for our budget, for what we're doing, but what's the one thing I can give you that's actually going to get you clients? And then maybe the budget gets bigger and maybe we can expand. But that's how I usually start, is what are we trying to accomplish here? Let's really hone in on the core focus of what we're trying to do.
And see, that's the beautiful thing. I'm glad you shared that, because a lot of times, especially for me, I have really tried to work within whatever the client has asked. And what I've noticed is that I'm losing out on me. I'm losing out on my value because I'm trying to devalue to fit their budget. And I just really appreciate you sharing, even in your journey as a small business, you have to create that budget for marketing and really understand that, marketing is not just social media. That's another myth. Marketing is not just social media. You got emails. You have old school sending out postcards. I mean, I know we call it old school, but that still has value. And it's just I'm preaching to myself too. Because we have really You got to get your Instagram, you got to get your Facebook. If those entities shut down, where's your email list?
Yep.
Where, how are you getting in contact with people? So I just hope that the small business owners are catching this, because this is good. This is good. So going into that category of a business owner being overwhelmed by the noise, what is one marketing move that they should focus on? Like if I just started my business today, what would you say? Focus on this, Brianna. You just got started.
I think first and foremost, I don't know a single time that someone has been like, oh my gosh, check out Caitlin Zigthor, and I haven't immediately gone to Google the person. Do you have a website?
Right.
I think there are so many good tools out there. Shout out to Squarespace for making my website. But there are so many, even like AI generated websites that are crushing it. So if you are truly starting at like ground zero, here we go, we are starting a business, you got to have something for people to go to. And the call to action at the website should be book a call. Come talk to me. Let's set up something. But you need to have at least that, because if I try and Google you and I can't find you, I'm not sure if this is an actual business.
Wow.
So first and foremost, I think.
Yeah, get your Google. So as they said back in, I don't know what year it was, it says Google me, baby. You got to Google me, baby, and figure out who are you talking to. And over the years, I've done various things. And when you put Brianna Baker in, you're going to see a lot of different entities. And I found value in that SEO, making sure that search engine optimization, making sure that is solid, because you want to reach your target audience. Ooh, wait, let's back that up. Target audience.
Yep.
Break that down for the people. What exactly does that mean? People love to say target audience, target audience. What is that for you? Break it down.
Yeah. Let's say I'm looking at my desk to see what I have here to use as an example. I am a nail polish creator. I run a nail polish business. Yeah. My target audience is going to be people who paint their nails, but more specifically, traditionally, that is women. So I'm targeting women with a disposable income where they're purchasing nail polish. So you need to hone in more specifically. It can't just be like, I'm selling to everybody. Because the joke in marketing is if you're selling to everybody, you're selling to nobody.
You're selling to nobody. True.
And so target audience, who is going to come and get this product? Who is going to come and take your services? So for me, for Zigthor Marketing, I'm working with small to medium-sized businesses who are at this boiling point where they're like, I don't want to do my marketing anymore. I've outgrown this. I need an expert to come in and really take the football and run with it.
Yes. And I feel like for me, I kept shifting over the years. So that's another reason why I wanted to have this conversation, because I want us to encourage one another, but also encourage our other counterparts, whether they are on the service side with us or the receiving side. There's a lot of different ways to work it, but you got to figure out who you want to work with.
Yes.
And I've noticed that, I work with a lot of podcasters. I work with a lot of authors. And there's a trend, and some coaches. Those are my three categories: podcast, authors, coaches. And so when you think about those entities, they all kind of intertwine, because as you're podcasting, you're coaching or advocating for some topic. And both the coach and the podcaster could create a book to educate their different parties about X topic. And so I've noticed how those intertwine. But what I have come to realize, especially with my authors, they don't zone in. They don't zone in on, I'm writing this book for. You writing a book, but for who? Who is your avatar? And I think we have gotten away from that because we're trying to get whatever we can get, but you end up getting nothing.
100%. You end up getting nothing.
So
who is reading this book?
Who's going to read this book?
Exactly. Who's walking through, I don't even know if Barnes & Noble is still a thing, but who's walking through the bookstore and seeing this book and being like, this is for me? Is it business owners? Is it stay-at-home moms? Who are the demographics? And be specific about it.
Yeah, you can't be, look, we got to zone in on that part. But for us, as the marketers, we can kind of do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because we are able to bring in different skill sets. Let me pivot for a second, really pivoting a little bit. So you share with me prior to us coming on, you guys, even with the audience, you shared, I got some big goals for 26. what is the next step for you? Like, what do you see for your business this year?
Whew, that's a really good question. Okay, so I am manifesting. I am working so hard to get my business to a certain revenue point.
Okay.
Trying to make some good money, but to the point where I am able to hire someone. Because currently I am doing this. I'm doing this all myself. So I would love to be able to hire a junior account manager. I would love to be able to hire a designer in-house, so it's not me doing stuff in Canva, or I'm not having to contract out. It would be great to hire full-time support. And that's just the start. Like, as I keep growing and as I keep getting more clients, I'm able to eventually bring on a whole team. My long-term plan is that this becomes a full marketing agency.
Yes, speak it. Woo. I know. And you know what? I've thought about something else too, like industries and their location. Granted, we can do a lot of work remote because of what we do, but do you feel like you would have similar success if you were in a different region? Or do you feel like that plays a role? That's really my question.
That's a good question. Out of my current clients, only 2 of them are here in San Francisco with me.
Ooh, okay.
And the other 2 or 3 are kind of scattered. So I don't feel stuck in my region, but I have worked for bigger companies where having hubs in different locations was very beneficial. So if I ever got to a point where, dreaming big, it's like 30 of us, then it would be nice to have some in San Francisco, some in New York.
Yeah.
Like, then you can kind of have more boots on the ground.
There you go. I love it.
Well, what about you? Do you feel like North Carolina?
I feel like with North Carolina, and maybe it's me, I'll put it on me, but I have not had like a major contract. I haven't had like that contract that make you say, oh my, this is the contract. Like, I haven't had that. And again, to your point, because we are doing our work that really can be done remote, it should be a way for me to reach outside. Like, I've only had 2 clients outside of North Carolina, so, and that's just the transparency of my business. That's a hard desire for me. Like, my goal is to either secure the clients outside of my zone or hire ticket clients is my point. But then a second goal is to work for a major company similar to like Belk or either retail or like a nonprofit, but being hired to do marketing for them.
Yeah.
Because I do have a passion for nonprofit work, so.
We're manifesting it. Let's make it happen.
So with that being said, let me get back because I know I can go off topic sometimes. So, well, let's talk current talk. Let's talk current talk. So, is there a project that you're actively working on now that's like, how's that project going? Like, give us a little inside scoop. How's it going?
Yeah. So my very first client, like, I think I had quit my 9-to-5. I filed for an LLC, and then the next week I got my first client.
What?
Because I had already. So, fun fact, little story. She is my esthetician, so she helps get rid of my blackheads, and she keeps me looking young. I told her, I was like, I quit my job. She's like, oh, I could feel it. You're less stressed in your face. And I was like, thank you. And she goes, also, I'm gonna hire you. I was like, oh my, okay, great.
Yes.
She has now gotten to the point where she has opened a new location because she got bigger and outgrew her space, so she's in a new spot. So we are doing a full marketing plan for Q1. We're having events to announce the new location to the public.
Yeah.
We're going to try and invite, some of the San Francisco, like the mayor's office, some press. So we're really excited about that. And with that, because she's in a new location, we're doing a lot of relationship marketing. So we're reaching out to other business owners in the area, offering them some incentives, making sure that she really, introduces herself in her new community and builds those connections that over the next few years are really going to pay off. So that I'm really excited about that, not just for her, like I'm very happy for her, but also for me. I haven't done an event in a very long time.
Right.
An in-person event, I'm like, oh my gosh, what will I wear? I'm so excited.
So do you wear, because that's another point I want to bring up too, because I've seen that on social media where people are like wearing their company name. Are you going to do that? Like, get your company name on a shirt? Or are you more so just dressing up? Like, how would you approach that?
I think just dressing up because it's not my event, it's for my
True.
client. So kind of more like I'm the PA. So I'll probably wear black or something just to kind of
Oh,
like blend
okay.
in a bit more.
Just to blend in, yeah.
But I'll definitely be taking some business cards because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know
That's
what
right.
opportunities might present itself. I don't have any Zigthor marketing swag. When I
See?
hit my goals, I will definitely be investing in that.
Okay. Yes. So before we close out, because this was really good, like bridging your purpose with profit, like you just mentioned, being able to step away from your 9 to 5 and go straight into full-time entrepreneurship, literally broke stress off you. So if you could have a closing word, right? If you could have a closing word of advice to that person who's like, should I make this jump? Should I hire you? Should I get off my 9 to 5? Like, what is your bottom line advice on that?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I have always been a dreamer. I'm always someone that, even when my friends are like, this is something I want to do, but that's crazy. I'm like, it's not crazy. You can do it. We all can do it. Like, I've just been that person. And so I encourage everyone, if you feel like you're not quite there, ask yourself why. Why do I feel like I can't do this? And I bet you I can come up with 10 reasons why you can. So I'm always the person that's like, just go for it. I will say, with that advice, little asterisk, it is the scariest thing I've ever done. It is, I'm putting myself out there in ways I've never networked before. I've never been a business owner before. So it is scary. It is not for the faint of heart, but I think anyone who really has the drive and the passion, it's so worth it. It really is.
Wow. So before we close out, just tell everybody where they can follow you and how they can connect.
Yes, you can find me on LinkedIn. I'm Caitlin Zigthor, spelling's right here. And then my website is www.zigthormarketing. Zig as in zigzag and Thor as in the Norse god. So zigthormarketing.com. I would love to connect with anyone, and if any small business owners out there have any questions about their marketing, I would love to have a coffee chat, and we can see how we can help each other.
Yes, I love that coffee chat. I love iced coffee, vanilla iced coffee to be exact. So
Ooh,
we can
absolutely.
chat for sure.
I've been trying to switch to an Americano, but it's got me a little hyped up. Like, it's a little too much espresso.
Little too much espresso, exactly. Well, listen, thank you all so much for tuning in to Bridging Profit and Purpose. Again, I'm your host, Brianna Baker. Let's go, business owners. We can do this. And all of you guys, reach out to us. We are here to help. Have a great day.